This is the Archery Eliminator bow press. We're demonstrating the use of this press, pressing a beyond parallel limb type bow. This is the bare attack. The limbs come up and they go beyond parallel. In this type of a bow, when you compress it, it has a tendency to push down. In this situation, we place the pins under the limb pocket on both sides evenly. For safety reasons, we always recommend that you use the safety straps. In the event of improper setup, the bow is contained within the press. The fingers must be set for the width of the limb using this knob. You want to adjust the width of the fingers so that it's pressing on the limbs and not contacting the cam or the idler on the other end. The fingers have to be adjusted up and down. In this particular situation, because the bow will go down when you press it, you want to start with a small gap between the tip of the fingers and the top of the limb. As you bring the press in to touch the limbs, when it gets to where it just touches, you want to lift the bow up into the corner of the fingers. At that point, there's a slight gap between the finger and the bow. As you press the bow, it will go down and just touch those pins. You never want to have unnecessary force on these pins. They always want to be just contacting them, and that's it. At that point, you can remove your strings and cables. And the bow is ready to be relaxed. This bow is fully relaxed at this point. You can do any limb maintenance work or axle replacement, what have you, and then put the bow back in. If you're ever starting with the bow with the strings and cables off, you always have to make sure you start with the riser above the pins, because as you press the bow, it will go down. You need to position it so that when it gets down and just touches these pins, you're at the point where you can put your strings and cables back on. Make sure everything's in place. And the bow is restrung. That's an example of beyond parallel type bows. Thank you.